Well, Jack Kindle-Brown and Lawrence Tate are football fans from Chelmsford. They host the Talking Loyal football podcast. And Lawrence, I understand you're out in Germany as we speak. How's that going for you?
Yes, good morning. Very sore head this morning, but all worth it. All worth it.
You weren't one of the fans that left the game early, I take it, or left the pub early or wherever you were?
No, we didn't leave the ground early. No, we're still there, still maintaining some hope.
Excellent. What was it like when Bellingham scored with the dying seconds left?
Absolutely fantastic. I'm actually looking at all bruises down my leg from when we fell down the chairs and everyone piling on top, and fantastic atmosphere.
Yeah, I've gone over some chairs in front of me at a football ground before now. Nothing as glamorous as Gelsenkirchen, but it's quite a moment when it happens. And then Harry Kane pops up as well, and it's amazing how quickly a game can turn, isn't it?
Yeah, all changed in about 2-3 minutes, and it was absolutely fantastic. Our two world-class players stepped up when we really needed them, and that were the key moments, really.
Yeah, as a Northampton Town fan, I'm going to give a quick shout out to a youth product of ours, a certain Ivan Toney. And again, it all seemed to change. There was some inspired or desperate substitutions, depending on what you think of Gareth Southgate, that made a lot of difference at the crucial time, wasn't there?
No, 100%. Like you said, Toney was instrumental in the second goal and just made a nuisance of himself with the long throws and everything like that. So yeah, it was a master stroke, if you want to call it one of those, or just a bit of luck. Let's bring Jack in at this point. Jack, what glamorous location were you watching the game at?
Morning. I was at home. I'm in Chelmsford, so yeah, I was sadly not lucky enough to be in Gelsenkirchen, but yeah, I was at my home in Chelmsford. Were you sinking lower and lower and lower into the couch as the game went on? Yes. I can't imagine I had as much hope as Tate, but yeah, when you're watching at home and with your family and stuff, it's not quite the same feeling. It was probably what a lot of the country was going through and moaning and saying this and that, but yeah, we somehow, like you said, the boys did it.
I've got to be honest. I didn't see Bellingham's goal coming at all. Because I think Declan Rice had hit the post, and I don't think we'd had a shot on target before Bellingham scored.
No, that was what was being said, and obviously, yeah, we hadn't had a shot on target. But like you said, when they went 1-0 up, I was almost not happy, but I thought maybe that could ignite us, and we'll change the way we're playing, and we'll try different things, but. Like throughout the whole tournament, nothing's changed, and yeah, somehow it was that moment of brilliance happened at the death.
Yeah, I mean, I'm of a vintage that I remember Euro '96 taking place in this country, and the first two games, the Switzerland game, we were pretty dire. And then the game against Scotland, we were pretty dire. And it took that moment by Paul Gascoigne, that when he flicked the ball over Colin Hendry and then scored, that's repeated and repeated. And it took that moment to just ignite England's campaign. And I just wonder if Bellingham's overhead kick is going to do that this time.
Possibly, yeah, quite easily. Obviously, I think Lawrence would have a different experience in the whole atmosphere. But for me at home, it's very different this time round. I haven't got quite that buzz, but like you said, maybe after this game, hopefully that could ignite the whole country.
Yeah, Lawrence, it's been a pretty painful watch so far, hasn't it? What needs to change?
Well, I think, like you said, I think this could kickstart the campaign, and I sort of think the way the game ended sort of might force his hand a little bit, where he might have to make some changes, where Saka maybe at left back, and then you've got a change in the front three. I thought Foden was quite poor yesterday, and I think Eze, Palmer, and Toney all came on, all really played a part. So I think yesterday's performance and the result might force his hand to make a couple of changes, and that might freshen it up and make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, I think freshening it up is probably the word, Lawrence, because I'm quite a big fan of Gareth Southgate. I'll be honest. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. He's given me memories that no other England manager has managed to give me, and I'm very grateful to him for that. But he is becoming stubbornly loyal to certain players, isn't he?
Yeah, no, definitely. And me and Jack both agree on that statement. He has given us probably the best England memories we've had. So, but like you said, he does seem quite stubborn at times, but it is a tournament, it's high risk state, so I do sort of get it as well.
Yeah. Jack, do you think he needs to just be radical now and just shake the whole thing up?
I think especially after yesterday, and like we said earlier, and sort of going on the same comment of Southgate, but he didn't make a real change until the 84th minute. He took Trippier off, but that was forced through an injury, and the 84th, and then bringing on Tony in the 94th, 93rd minute. And I don't think they're bad substitutions, but that's just so late in the game. We were going out. We were essentially going out of the tournament, but we were very lucky, and we get an amazing goal and those players on the pitch. But I think definitely he could change the side for the next game, definitely.
Yeah. Jack, we're up against a Switzerland team next that took out a pretty poor Italian side. What do we think's going to happen in that game?
I think it'll be much the same. Like I said, I hope he changes a couple of players, but I think it'll be a similar cagey affair. 1 or 2 goals be the difference. Could be a draw, extra time. But Switzerland, they're notorious. They get through their groups. They're quite a cliche, but a tricky, awkward side. And they have some familiar names and faces. But obviously, I'm hopeful. We have that English arrogance. So we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But I think we'll go through.
Yeah. What about you, Lawrence? Do you think that we're now off and running, and the Swiss, although tricky, are there for the taking?
I echo what Jack said there. On paper, yes, we should win, and I think we probably will win, but it's not going to be easy. They are a tricky team. They defend well. They're solid. They're a good unit, and I think we should just edge them, but I don't think it's going to be a 3-4-0. It'll probably be 2-1, maybe an extra time, something like that.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you guys how far we can go, because quite frankly, like you said, the English arrogance in me, I don't want to even start tempting fate, because it feels like we're balancing our prospects on a very, very thin pinhead at the moment. So I'm not going to tempt any fate at all. Lawrence, how long are you out there for?
Just for today. Well, we flew over Saturday.